he's getting it now.
Hey everyone, welcome to Metal Custom. Today we have a new to us project that we're just rolling in. In my opinion, rare vehicle, because I've never really seen one in person. Knew they made them, never seen one. But now we have. I'm gonna give you a run around of this thing and let you check it out, tell you what all we're gonna do to it. This here is a 1970 Ford Torino Convertible, and you can tell, yeah, already. This thing's pretty cool. Like I say, I haven't seen one, and for a 70 Torino, in my opinion, this thing's in a really, really good shape. We'll know more once we get everything stripped down the metal, and we can see what's really going on. But just on the surface, checking it out, this little car seems pretty solid. But let me give you the runaround and let you look at it, and then I'll tell you what all we're going to do to it. Well, like I say, as you see, we do have the radiator core support. I've got to weld that in. Like the owner was saying, he got no idea why they took the thing out. Somebody's already done some work on this. It has front and rear disc brakes already on it. That is nice. That is a fantastic upgrade. Basically, what we are going to do to this car is totally strip it, do all the body work, and get her painted really slick. And the customer's going to reassemble the car himself. And as we run around the car and just take a look at it, you can see this frame looks great. We'll raise it up in a minute and really look at it. Yeah, what happened here? No battery busted and rotted out the frames. You don't see that often. And of course, the typical holes to get them bolts out. Man, I wish people wouldn't do that. Or if they did, drill a decent hole, and you get rubber plugs like you put in the floorboard and stuff, and then put a plug over it. That wouldn't look so bad. But it is what it is. He's going to get us new front fender extensions because these are broke. The rest of it will be working, and looking at it, I mean, yeah, you got some surface rust, and I can see some body work's already been done to the car. Say we'll know more when we get her sanded down. But, I mean, the rockers are solid. Somebody has put a floor pan in it. They just neglected to put drain holes. So it's one of the first things we're going to do. Find the proper rubber plug and put some drain holes in this thing, let all this water drain out. But yeah, looking at it in here, no rust. Yeah, I mean, that's really something. These quarters, unless we get them sanded down, they're full of fiberglass and Bondo. They're looking good. I mean, really good. Even when you get inside the fender well part of them, down through here is where they usually rot out. I do see some filler down in there. We'll see how bad that is. I'm hoping that the filler I'm seeing is just dents and not rust. Dents can be repaired, rust can too, but I'd much rather see dents than rust. I mean, the back panel looks great. Get off into the trunk down in here. Oh, looks great. The trunk itself. This is not rusty. I know, right? What's going on here? Yeah, that's amazing. Look at that lip. Yeah, no rust. Now, somebody took real good care of this car, apparently. Same way on this quarter. Looking good. Door. That rocker looking great. So is that front fender. So far, the only two bad spots I see of rust are right here. We'll have to cut that out and remake it. And all of these do this. I don't care if it's a Torino, Cougar, Mustang, whatever. They all get that rust right down in there. So we'll have to repair that and get that taken care of. But yeah, so far, I mean, this is a good looking car. Let's raise it up and see about the underneath of this bad boy. Alright, got her up in there. See somebody putting these strap bushing set. That was nice. New bolts there. Yeah, front end looks to be pretty solid. You can tell it's got new springs, new upper and lower A-arms, bushings on the anti-sway bar and the disc brakes. I'm liking that. And again, not seeing any rust. Let's get underneath here a little further. Got a flashlight, still maintaining the factory power steering. Floor pan, like I say, that's all been done. Somebody's went under this car and undercoated it. That's fantastic. Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with them rockers. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Same on this side. Yeah, torque boxes, rockers, everything looking fantastic. Yeah, back here looking good. Got the forward 9-inch in there, not sure of the gear. Like I say, got the disc brake conversion on that. And that is just, it's really nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, back of the frame, no rust. Yeah, I know, it's amazing, ain't it? Looks great. And looks great. Yeah, this car is in a great condition, especially for 70. I mean, you tell it's been worked on. Somebody's probably done a minor restoration on it sometime in its life, I would assume. As I can see a crap load of seam sealer here and there. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because I'd rather see some seam sealer and some black undercoating versus a lot of rust. But yeah, really, really nice car, especially for the start of a fantastic project. Alright guys, so there's a quick run around of the car. And what we're going to do, we're going to start is get all the rest of the wiring harness out of this, get all this electrical out, get the dash out, and then get the floorboards drilled and drained, and find us some rubber plugs for that. I think that'll be where we need to start, basically finish stripping it. Then we'll get the big drum sander out, go sanding this thing off and see what we got to work with. I want to intro y'all to, this is Michael. Michael come up last week and started working with me, and he's going to help me out with all these cars. I've gotten real busy. And that truck project, or that headache that I started, yeah, I'm still working on it while I'm trying to work on the customer's cars. Yeah, I needed help. But Mike come by, he knows how to sand and do some stuff, and, you know, just going to be a lot of help. So everybody throw him a big hi and welcome Mike to the shop. Alright, well, enough yapping. Let's get to work. We'll start getting this thing stripped down, and then we'll get to sanding. That's the basics of starting one, so let's get busy. Alright, it's going well, guys. Got all of the electrical out here without cutting anything. Take the time, feed it through where it's supposed to go. Don't go to cutting stuff. Got the dash out of there, the heater box, and then vents. Now we can see what we really got to work with. And I'm happy to say, I have not found, like up in here, no more rust than what I initially found. So that's a good thing. Now, as far as the body goes, Mike's been working his butt off with the drum sander and getting her stripped down. And yeah, a lot of Bondo. But, what do you call it, unnecessary Bondo? Yeah. A lot of unnecessary Bondo. I mean, there's some dings and dents here and there. But, you know, like I'd find a little dent, let's say here. But there's that much Bondo all around here. So, going to be a lot less filler whenever we fix the small dents. We do have some rust down through here that we're going to have to cut out and repair. A lot of Bondo down in there. I'm anticipating rust, but I hope it's just dents down in there. Door looking good. I mean, yeah, dents. But we're not finding no major rust spots as of yet. We'll see what happens down there when we finish sanding. Did find some over here. But I mean, it's 1970. What do you expect? There's a lot of Bondo here. So once I get all that ground out, we'll see what we got to look forward to. Back of the fender's looking good. We have a rust hole in that door right there. We'll fix that. No biggie. That's pretty common for them to be down there. Oh, somebody's kicking it. Cadillac. Whoa. Kick that caddy. Same way here on the back side of this door. Quarter. We got that rust right there. Easy to cut out. Replace with some metal. Rest of it's looking good. Like I say, not worried about dents. We'll see what all this Bondo here is about. I don't know. We'll get it all ground out. Probably just some dents. That's what I'm hoping. And down there, I can see the starting of a little bit of rust down there. May have to do some fills down there. The trunk and the rear of the car are looking great. I mean, I'm seeing dents. That's Bondo right there. But I don't see rust. And that's a big thing. I'll deal with all the dents in the world. But when we don't see rust, we like it. Alright. Well, that catches you up on what we're doing. But we're going to keep on keeping on and get this thing plumb sanded where it looks like a DeLorean. And then we can really see what we have. Then we'll start in on cutting and rust repair. And of course taking it apart, get the fenders off, the doors off, and get the trunk off. And really get to digging into it. But yeah, so far, so good. Well, the sanding is going very well. Now we get a lot of this Bondo dug out of there. And yeah, that bottom of the quarter, both sides, y'all can see all the holes in there. Yeah, go ahead and put lower quarter pieces in it. Both sides. And that's to be expected out of a 1970. Man, that compressor does it every time, don't it? We do have rust here. It's pretty much going all the way from here to here. But I can cut that out. I can make that and get it welded in. No stress there. Got the trunk off. We'll flip it around at a later time and check it all out. It looks like just a lot of dents in it. We'll grind this out and see if that's rust. But like that, that's just a dent, nobody knocked out, and such as that. Got the front fenders off of it. We'll go ahead and finish getting them all sanded out. We know we have some rust in them, that's for sure. But we can fix all of that. I don't see no big deal on that. Well, that one's actually looking better than that one over there. Yeah, just a lot of dents, man. Alright, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait to pull the doors. I want somebody holding them while I take the bolts out. But we have this radiator core support. It would be handy if it was installed back in the vehicle. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and take this panel out. Customer ordered this panel with the battery box. So let's go ahead and grab our air chisel and get this bad boy out of there. And then we'll fit that in here and get it welded. That'll be a good thing to do, I do believe. But first, get this panel cut out of there with the air chisel. Got that piece out of there. Need to do a little bit more grinding, but that's fine. When that ground up there in the front. So we're trying to get this right there course board in there. A lot of big hammer hitting. This side is going up there and it's fitting really good. Yeah, this side we're happy with. That's sort of almost there. Let's go back some. But you can see how bent some of this stuff is. Like everything needs to go over that away. Trying to get it straight, and I believe I did. Yeah, I don't think that's looking too bad. Looks pretty good to me. I had to bring out the big boy, that's for sure. Yeah, just picked that up at the Harbor Freight. Good hammer. I really needed that. But yeah, I'm happy with this. So what I'm fixing to do, well, I'm fixing to go eat lunch because I'm hungry. I don't work too much. But after lunch, we'll come out here, take it back off, and clean up everything around here, you know, all the weld points. And then we can slide it back on there and get it perfect and get it welded. And I'm thinking this weld would be a good candidate for a spot welder too. We can get it in all these places. A panel that goes here, there's still plenty of room back here for it to slide in. So I'm not stressing that any at all. That panel will fit in there without any problems. But I do want to go ahead and get this on here. But yeah, let me eat. We'll take this off and clean it up and permanently install it. Alright, get that back off of there. And took me a hammer and dollied out everything where it'd be straight. Now I know some of you guys have been watching this. And you watch me put that core support on there and try to get everything lined up. And you're probably screaming at your screen. Well, you had a right to. But, let me set this straight here. Yes, I know that these are off an old frame. Because what happened was, apparently this thing got hit in the front end pretty good, and somebody took the core support off, throwed it away, and grabbed this one off another vehicle. Figured that much out. And this is where they cut it off. These have to come off, okay? But what I was doing was leaving these on here so that I would have good reference for my points in the way that it lined up. I know some people may not have done it that way. I wanted to do it that way. For one, having them extra pieces on there helped hold it in place a lot better, and that let me get everything running down through here and get it straightened out via that sledgehammer. So now we're going to get ready. We're going to get all this cleaned up, and then we'll come in here with our air chisel and take out these old pieces of frame, and then get this thing fit up in there and see what we think. Everything's fit perfect now. Seeing as we move this, move that, tweak this and that. But yeah, that's what's going on. I just want to clarify, because I got to thinking, and some of these people are going to think I'm stupid and don't know what I'm doing. But I do things odd sometimes, and these old pieces were just helping me keep this thing straight and in line. But I'll go ahead and air chisel them off, get everything cleaned up, then we'll check fitment. Alright, finally got that first one off of there. This core support had been taken off another vehicle previously, but on the vehicle that it was cut off of. Here's why I know this. All of this stuff from the factory is spot welded, okay? Now start looking at this. That's MIG welds. That's melted in there. Alright, which makes this thing a lot harder to cut off. Of course, that piece is going to come off too. Same with the other side. Same with that top over there. Yeah, all that stuff has been MIG welded in. I mean, up here, I had to get that one out, chop on it, then take the death wheel to it, then the grinder, then the air chisel, then the death wheel, then the grinder. So, for those of y'all that, and I've seen comments, oh, that stuff's easy, man, you should have that done here just in a few minutes. No. Try this yourself. Like I say, it, especially when you got an old part like this you're trying to repurpose, and there's nothing wrong with repurposing parts, I'm all for it. But this is the extra time involved in getting it to where it's going to be repurposable. Yeah, y'all like them big words, don't you? But yeah, I'm just going to keep on keeping on, but I just wanted to show y'all what I was into. Actually, this will probably take me the rest of the day just to get this thing, the old stuff, cut off so that we can get it fitted to the car. But it is what it is, and like I always say, that's why they call it work. Alright, next day, I've got all of this stuff cleaned up and ready to weld pretty much. This side again fits perfect. I mean, I'm liking that. I'm going to take the hammer and tap some stuff down, clamp this, clamp that. But this side, fantastic. This side over here is still that away just a shade. So, what's the plan, man? Where's the plan? I'm going to get this side all welded up. And then flex it over a little bit. And I mean, it doesn't have to go but that much. So it ain't going to be much of a flex. But yeah, I'll flex that over a little bit once I get that side all welded up. And then that'll get us all straight and back to square on this. So yeah, let me go ahead and weld that side, and then like I say, we'll flex this one and get it burned in. Alright, core support's pretty much installed. They're all welded in there. Just need to run the grinder over it and pretty up some welds. But besides that, I mean, she is there. Now over on this side, there is some stuff that I did not weld. I did not weld down in there, and I did not weld that because we've got that inner panel that has to fit in, so I wanted to leave room. But all of this is welded up just fine. So this core support is not going anywhere. It's going to support that core, no doubt about it. Alright, well let's move on to the next thing. Well guys, I believe we got this thing going our way pretty well. It just, when you go to stripping one of these old cars, there's a lot to it. It's not just as easy as, hey, just sand it down, put some primer on it and get her painted. Now, there's a lot of sanding to be done. This car still had a bunch of the original blue paint on it as well, as you can see some there. But the more of this Bondo we sand away, more dents we see through here, more rust spots we find. So yeah, that's why it's important to get all your sanding done. Dang compressor, auto drain. And get all that Bondo dug out of there. Do like here on the trunk. I'm just wondering when we get that dug out, is that going to be a rust hole or is that a dent? Yeah, when you're redoing these old cars, I mean, get work done as quick as you can, that's for sure. Give the customer a good bang for their buck. But a lot of this stuff down here in these creases and everything, you have to take a little sander and get down in there to get all of that out. And then you run into little problems and things, like door hinges over there, the bolts are rusty. And we're going to soak them. One already broke, so we're going to soak the rest and try to get them out without breaking them. You know, you got to get all of this sanded around here really well. And don't forget, guys, after you sand something like this and get it all cleaned up and get your first coat of epoxy sealer on there, don't forget you got to go back through here. If you dig the original seam sealer out and stuff, you got to re-seam seal that stuff as well in the process of doing your body work and getting your next coat of sealer on that thing. But yeah, I'm going to say that it was a good, about a couple of weeks we've been on this thing, trying to get it all stripped down. And in my opinion, it's going well. And still, for 1970 Torino, this thing is not in that bad of a shape. Well, everyone, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. Like I say, we've gotten some pretty decent time in it to get it this far. A lot of sanding going on. A lot of Bondo digging out. Got the radiator core support done. I mean, that took a while to get that thing prepped and get it ready to go on the vehicle. And we had to straighten that frame out just a little bit. But we got it done, and I'm happy that it's going great. What we're going to do off camera is try to get the rest of this thing sanded down. And next time we meet up on this Torino project, probably be getting it prepped and ready to shoot our first coat of epoxy primer sealer on there. And then we'll make some decisions on the body work and things like that. Customer's coming today, so he'll look at stuff and decide, like, does he want me to body work them fenders, or does he just want to, you know, buy a pair of fenders? I tell my customers to look at the financial aspect of it. Is it cheaper to buy this, or is it cheaper to fix this? And we just go from there. But yeah, the rest of it we still got to do, and there's still a lot that's got to be done. But we'll get it there, and we'll get it in epoxy. And like I say, keep your eyes out for the next video where we're shooting the epoxy and actually starting our body work on this thing. Well, until then, I do appreciate you watching. If you would, throw us down some comments. If you're able, hit us up on Patreon or Super Thanks. Greatly appreciated. And please like, share, and subscribe. Again, appreciate it much. Till the next one, we hope that everyone has a fantastic day.